Do-nothing bitches are vampires of other people's joy. Instead of living authentically, they feed off masking their true selves, doing nothing and criticizing others who actually put themselves out there. Do-nothing bitches can be highly manipulative. So here are some gold standard clapbacks when a do-nothing bitch starts with their bullshit. When they start to claim you're too much, offer them a mirror and tell them to look for less. Draw a diagram that identifies where your business is and where their business is to visually show them they're in the wrong area. Remind them of the ancient proverb, to fuck around is to find out, and the more they fuck around, the more they're going to find out. So the next time you encounter a do-nothing bitch, hold your head high and know their obsession with you is masking their jealousy of your confidence, your freedom in your self-expression, and most importantly, your authenticity. And also, fuck them. They're toxic.
I'd just like to welcome Timmy to the stream. Timmy is a very intelligent being. He is frail.
Before you get ahead of yourself, don't get ahead of yourself. What's up, Timmy? Why are you here?
Oh, hi. Oh, do you not want me here? I'll go.
I mean, I'm just surprised to see you here because you're kind of always a shit-talking douchebag. So I'm just surprised that you're here.
I was trying to say how frail and pale he was.
Great. I'm a shit-talking douchebag. I was just curious how many of you guys, if all you guys do is just gonna bitch about other people, or like, I was just looking at the
you see, he's in his feelers this morning, folks. Yeah. I can break this down to you.
I was just interested. All you guys are like big awesome truth people. Like, how many of you guys are not paying income tax and capital gains taxes? I'd be really interested about that.
Or drama?
Because I just see the genocide going on, and then I want to press you guys.
He's sitting in Thailand right now.
How many genocide are you talking about?
Oh, in Gaza. I'm just wondering how many of you are paying income tax and capital gains tax to the corporate U.S. that's doing that.
In Gaza.
So
I actually need more trigger words for me to respond coherently. More trigger.
Okay, so are we just paying? You're all paying income tax and capital gains tax.
Worthless.
I pay all my taxes.
Alpha, beta, zeta, male. Give me more, dude. Give me more. That's just like
Timmy. We're gonna sit around and gossip about people a lot.
Words that you're calling on me.
In fact,
like, I know, but I just like to bring it back to something that matters.
Stream, Timmy. I'm gonna talk about people for the rest of the fucking stream,
and you can't stop us.
However long that goes.
What do you do with paying taxes? First of all, what does it matter to you if we're paying taxes? Do you work for the IRS?
I think so.
Oh no! But if you do, you're supporting the genocide and slavery of people all over Earth. You fund
that dude with the bumper stickers.
Timmy, how much money did I make last year? What did I report?
I can only hope
don't care.
that genocide comes to wherever you are.
I mean, Timmy.
Hey,
really? Why would you say that?
Better in crimes if we don't pay taxes.
Timmy.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
If we don't pay taxes, does that somehow make it better?
Timmy,
because the war's going to happen regardless.
Okay. So you're just gonna fund the terrorist
unfettered access
and you have no.
Absolutely.
I funded it. I didn't answer that question. I didn't answer your question about taxes because that's none of your business.
I don't know what's going to happen if we all the people
don't stop paying taxes. Wow, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
What about Gaza? What about Gaza, Hank?
No, I don't know why. What's the problem here? Like, why can't this be like just a natural conversation?
Why can't you talk about what I want you to talk about, Flow State? Why can't we?
Oh, you guys don't have to do anything. I just brought it up.
You come in here hot and in bad faith.
Timmy, bombs. There's bombs everywhere.
I'm not in bad faith.
Why
is it in bad faith? How is it bad faith?
Hold on! Don't fucking yell over me when I'm talking, Timmy. It's always in bad faith, or at least pretentious faith.
How is it bad faith? Just because
how do you survive without paying taxes?
I don't pay income tax and capital gains tax because I'm not involved.
Do you have no income?
I don't claim to have the definition of what income is, which is something involved in a corporation, in my understanding.
No,
I haven't been paying
these
these things.
Gaza right now.
I haven't been paying these things for 10 plus years.
Okay,
because
that's awesome.
I don't think it applies to I.
I get it, and
I don't file. I don't file, Flow State.
Okay,
I don't file.
That's fine. Do you pay sales tax? Do you pay property tax? Do you pay rent to somebody who pays property tax? Do you have somebody else pay for your food for you so you don't have to pay sales tax? Either way, your resources are going to taxes, you dumb fuck.
Well, first of all I said was income and capital gains taxes, which is, I think, are the biggest sources of funding that the federal government gets. Now, sales taxes and excise taxes and tariffs on stuff.
Do you know what income tax?
Different.
Income tax goes to interest payments. So we're paying off past wars. Current wars, that's all leverage.
You can say that. I mean, if you're gonna like, I'm not sure that you know that for sure.
He was in banking.
Yes, I do. I do. I have a fucking economics degree. This is an area of interest for me. I worked in banks for a fucking decade. I know about this shit. You don't know about this shit. That's why you think that you can claim income and not pay taxes.
And here comes Shrek to back him up. Watch out.
Even the Joker doesn't screw with the IRS.
Oh, I'm coming for you, Moose. Don't worry.
But hold on.
I knew you were coming for me, you fruitcake. I have nothing wrong with that, though, by the way. If you want to come for me all day, that's good.
Yeah. So
no, I'm not coming for you today. We're
suggestions like the last one you made about how instead of paying for a stamp, you should, what was it? Say it again.
Dude, it's
your
called FedEx. It's a private carrier.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
FedEx. That doesn't bother me.
Why is it so complicated? FedEx makes their own stamp when you send something via FedEx. They make they're not getting a postal
stamp. They use a shipping label, but yeah, I understand.
That isn't even what you recommended. It's still a bad idea because it's way more expensive. But what you recommended was private couriers or delivering your own messages.
Well, FedEx is a private courier, though. Yeah, FedEx or a guy I hire myself is the same thing, Flo.
Yeah. So you could pay a whole lot more money to get something done. That makes sense, doesn't it?
I'm just saying freedom. I want freedom. I don't want to know about what's the thing to get a free stamp.
So are you going to bitch and nag at people? Is this how you're going to get freedom, by bitching and nagging at other people with stupid fucking suggestions? Why don't you all spend money on stupid shit so you're more broke and have less impact?
Hey Timmy,
that's not the point.
That's the outcome.
FedEx, you're trying to make some money.
That's why I'm shit talking you, because that's the outcome. It doesn't matter if it's the point. Your point and your outcome are separated. You're ineffective, basically, is what I'm taking away from this.
I think Timmy's
can I just say that Timmy just didn't answer your question?
Hey, do you see that? Do you see
Which
that
question?
dip in his chain?
You didn't even notice that he asked you a question.
Which question?
But he asked you a question which you didn't answer, which Flo reacted to it, and now you don't even know that he asked you a question. I mean, that's just 3 concepts ago, dude. It's not even that much.
Timmy, what station do you work for?
I don't know which one he's referring to, but my point is that your suggestions are ineffective in the real world. All you're doing is grandstanding on a fucking soapbox that really is detached from everything practical. You're not trying to do anything in the real world except for stroke your own ego and virtue signal.
How do you know
exactly? And to top it off, you don't even live by the laws of Moses.
How do you make a determination like that, though, Flo?
Because your suggestions are all stupid, self-centered, and judgmental. They're all stupid, though. That's the key component. Nothing you suggest, none of your thoughts have any applicability to the real world. You just say them to make yourself feel better.
Right, and
he ran away from America too, folks. Just to be clear,
I never ran away.
We all stopped paying income taxes. Did you think that was going to happen?
I'm just making the point that if you pay income taxes, you're funding what's going on.
So why did you make that point, though?
Because I was just looking at the government stuff,
right? Because you're virtue signaling yourself. No, yeah, it's
not about me.
It is about you.
You can sit
here and say, I don't pay income taxes, and you think that means that you're not funding the war because you're fucking stupid.
Okay, so the government borrows money, and then these people are paying the debt.
Hey, can you not?
Flo, aren't these people paying the debt, the interest payments on that debt from the Fed that the government borrows money from, and then goes and buys weapons from the defense industry? Isn't that how it
I mean,
works?
what happens when the government
Gaza?
doesn't have enough money to buy the things that they want to buy?
They print some.
They borrow it from the Fed.
Yeah.
And then these people are paying the debt. So how is that? How are they not directly connected to that?
It's going to get bought either way. What happened, the faster that we borrow, the faster we devalue our currency. Do you think that wars stop when when our currency collapses?
No, see, you don't let me ever finish the point. I'm not saying that.
Nobody else
I don't
talk.
think that the wars.
Go ahead, Timmy.
I mean, to be
finish your
fair,
whole
that's
point.
the same thing his wife says. You never let me.
It's not just that, like, oh, I don't think that the wars would even really stop. However, my argument always is about the other side. What do I do? What do you do? What do quote unquote we do with that extra whatever 20 to 30% that most folks are paying? And also, capital gains tax is huge, is a huge tax. So what are we doing with this resources, this funds, this energy to not continuously put it through the B system to end up in these insane maniacs' pockets, and then therefore, to continue to fund that system? I don't get why that's such a horrible concept. Isn't this what self-governance and putting your money
horrible?
Is?
Your end game is horrible.
I have a question for Timmy.
That's not going to happen.
Who do you
Hank, ask your
the government
question.
makes more money off of, FedEx or USPS?
What?
I cut for 5 seconds. Can you ask again, please?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been streaming for too long to want to deal with like managing things. It probably wasn't even on point because he doesn't really probably know the reference of what we're talking about. Okay, so you came up here to make a suggestion that nobody's going to adopt, that because it doesn't make sense practically.
I don't know.
Are you trying to generate conversation? Is that what you're saying?
Practically, I want folks to go back to not being slaves to what they say is a slave system and to generate their own shit.
Okay.
Run their own organizations, run their own town, run their own court, run their own postal service.
And you're doing that by bitching at people on the internet and being a little pretentious douchebag. You know you're not accomplishing shit. You're just grandstanding.
How do you know that? Why would you say that? Why do you just randomly say that without what are you basing the speculation on even?
Tell me, how many people here do you think you've convinced to not pay taxes?
Hold on,
Timmy. I don't want to convince other people. I don't want other people to. I don't need to or want to convince them to not pay tax. I just simply asked what they were doing, and if they understood.
Why did you come here to ask that? Why did you come ask that?
I thought it was more important to this discussion is more important than like talking about OTW's horrible broadcast
but it's not
for another
important.
hour.
It's not important since we know that nobody's going to leave here and do anything because of what you said. So it's not more important, is it? It just
how do you know that? How do you know that?
Yeah, it's up to them.
How do you know talking about OTW wasn't important?
Maybe
we can prevent other. Maybe somebody's going to watch this who's on the path towards being a little bitch when they grow up, and it changes them back to not being a little bitch. You don't know that.
Hey Timmy, I like
possible.
to.
I'm just giving my perspective.
Timmy's lost in the double
something.
In the double negative.
What am I lost?
You're arrogant and you're self-indulgent. You're not doing anything to help shit. Go fuck yourself. You can stay up here.
No. I mean, I'll just go, man. I just thought we could have this conversation.
You were going to be well received. You thought that we've ever had a good conversation before, and you're going to be well received here. Is that what you thought?
I don't know why we never have a good conversation ever. You always you always presume
it's a lack of self-awareness.
It's the way the way you angle. It's the angle that you drop in.
It's just I ask specific questions, and then everybody goes, "So they're going to do the war anyway." That's bullshit.
No, it's not about.
What is that?
It's not about asking specific questions.
Arrogant.
It's about your angle. It's your arrogance. It's the.
All right.
Does that change the question or matter at the end of the day?
Totally unfriendly. Totally unfriendly.
I don't have to be friendly. We're talking about important concepts about everything.
If you want to do something, if you want to make a positive change like you claim you do, falsely, then you will be as effective as you can possibly make yourself. That means getting rid of your little cunt attitude if you're trying to send a message that matters. But it doesn't matter. That's why you're cunty.
Dude, it's coming from you. That's rich.
Facts.
You're in pretentious
Drop the
mode
ball.
24 hours a day, man.
Bro, just go. You're such a Debbie Downer. Go.
Don't bring it, brother. Don't bring it.
Flow state. Let me ask Flow State something. Flow State, so you're saying that you have to. It's a must issue to pay for something and pay sales tax on it and put it as an income?
Those are
I'm
two
just
different
wondering.
types of
I'm
taxes.
wondering how you see it.
What I'm saying is that everything that's produced, aside from personal like services, like somebody who mows my yard doesn't produce something new, but every dollar in circulation, every good that goes through a corporation, every piece of real estate that owns, all of it is taxed. It doesn't matter if it comes out of your pocket or your mom's pocket. Somebody's paying tax for it.
Okay, I agree. So how about gold that's been taken, say, from 100 years ago that's not taxed? How would that go with your assessment?
How about the Titanic?
Shut
Did
the
you hear
fuck
about
up,
how it
Mo.
was switched?
Mo,
No,
suck some dick. I'm talking to a Flow State, not you.
It doesn't matter because nobody's buying shit with gold.
No, I'm just saying, say you had it from 100 years ago and your parents gave it to you like from generations and wasn't taxed. And they say Timmy's parents had gold as well from 100 years ago and they gave it to him and it wasn't taxed, right? And say me and him, for example, we have a promissory note saying, hey, you give me apples, I'm going to give you a car, for example. Would that still be in your eyes as tax?
A promissory note?
Yes, since you're a banker. Because I'm the dumb one here, like everybody says. I'm the dumb one, most.
But do you make good on the promissory note?
It depends how you see it. What's in the promissory note? What's in there? What's it disclosing exactly?
The promissory note is just a loan. It's just a loan document.
I understand that, but what's the loan on? Based on what? Gold that's not taxed, or is it based on property that has been through the system?
And look here. Let me answer that a little bit more thoroughly because even if you're just dealing in cash, it's taxed through inflation because they can print it at any time. Anything that you use a dollar for as the value number, or I just lost the other anytime you use dollars, you're contributing to the system as well. Not directly, but indirectly at least. So would you guys like to hear the results of the poll?
Yes, please.
Is Timmy a cunt? Number 1 is yes at 52%. Number 2 is he's such a bitch, it's unbelievable at 21%.
Oh, hold on.
Of people said no. 15% of people said no, Timmy's not a cunt. And 10% said he doesn't mean to be, he's just dumb.
Oh.
Can we get back to what Timmy was concerned with? And that's
hey, John, I'm glad you brought this up.
What's that? Brother Timmy, isn't your concern that paying taxes is guilt? You're going to be guilty through association.
Guilty of what?
Timmy's worried about Gaza.
He's talking about taxes.
He's worried about Gaza.
That's what he's talking about.
I thought we were talking.
Timmy's being cunty for all the right reasons.
And go over there and fight the war. They're deploying motherfuckers right now. Go over there if you want to do something about it. Go.
You're actually the opposite of what I'm saying.
And if you don't want to contribute, just don't. That's the only way that's the only thing I can say is just don't. But other people are either going to fall in line or they're not. That's just the way it is. There's nothing that you're going to say about taxes that's going to convince people to not pay their fucking taxes. They don't want to go to jail.
That's just the way it is. Oh,
well, the point is the soapbox, right? And grandstand, and it's backfiring, I think.
I just bring up a point, and I'm fired up about it because it matters to me.
You're fired up about it because you woke up in a bad mood.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
And Moose, you're a bitch. Stop sucking dick.
Just if I come in a little
I'm gonna
hot,
if you keep making these claims, you're gonna have to prove it.
Shut the fuck up, Moose. You little fucking bitch. Shut up.
Timmy, I want to hear. Timmy, I want to hear your excuse, dude. I want to hear your excuse.
Excuse about what?
Right.
I'm all.
Go ahead, Timmy.
Dude. Give me your excuse. I want to hear why.
My bad. My internet cut for 5 seconds. Say it again.
Right.
Think about if nobody reported that.
Thank you.
If none of us knew that was going on right now, and it was going on, but none of us knew that it was going on.
Can you ask again, boy? I didn't hear you.
What if we didn't know it was happening? What if they had never reported it? And you didn't know it was happening?
What?
And people, what's going on over there? What if they had never told us? What if it was going on, but we didn't know? Over here on this side.
That's nonsense because like anybody.
Timmy can't play this game. He's not.
Can I answer the question? May I answer the question? Miss, may I answer the question?
What about Gaza? What about
Moose?
Oh my God! Let him answer the question,
Moose,
right?
stop jumping in.
Like,
so it's not
it's a bit of an answer. It's a bit of a ridiculous question because anybody with an internet connection can look up what the corporation that y'all are paying taxes to. Again, you want to say that, oh, I'm not directly paying them, I'm paying the IRS, and the IRS isn't, lending money to, the US and NATO and the UN. Like, come on, give me a break. You guys can all see, everybody knows what these organizations have been doing for hundreds of years. So it's like, it's ridiculous to say that, oh, it's only because they report or didn't report it. You know on record what they've been
Your
doing. Your
emotional attachment to this is ridiculous.
My emotional attachment to supporting financially what seems to be terrorism and genocide and slavery, instead of actually keeping your property and reinvesting it into your own community with better.
But you haven't lost anything, and nobody you know has died yet. So stop it.
Help us with our country. Make that math make sense, bro.
This is exactly what I tried to explain to him a bit ago. But he insists that he insists on grandstanding on stupidity. Continue on, Timmy.
Yeah.
How am I? See, I think that you have this defeatist mindset that nothing can be changed. So you're like, what's the point?
Just answer the lady's question, sir.
I just did. Did I not?
I'm trying to give you a possible solution to that problem.
You are not coming here with a possible solution. All you're doing is coming here with a criticism to soapbox on, because you think falsely that by passing through the taxes on whatever you consume to other people that you're not contributing. But if you're consuming shit from the regular economy, guess what, buddy? You contribute.
But Flo, a lot of people pay 20 to 30% of their property out to this organization. And all I'm saying is, wouldn't it be better if they didn't do that and then use that property to reinvest into something beneficial for themselves, their family, and their communities? Why is that so complicated, though? I don't get why that's so crazy, and I'm grandstanding.
It's not complicated. You're just ineffective. Benton says it well here. He is prescribing specific behaviors to us that if we don't act upon, we're immoral. So
I didn't say immoral. I would say that it's unethical. It's
extremely you fucking did. That's the same thing.
I didn't say the word immoral.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to. You know what he meant, and he's right.
Timmy, but I have to agree with the lady on one thing, though. If she doesn't know, like you keep saying like internet and everybody knows.
Again,
if she doesn't know at all, she has no concept that money is going to a war, she's not going to be held liable. That's a fact. In any religion.
Timmy, even Shrek understands this, bro.
No, I'm just saying my opinion again. I know for a fact you're not liable if you don't know.
Dude,
what I was saying
Go ahead.
They put that agenda for a reason. They put that stuff on the news for a reason. And then the more we feed into it, the more their agenda gets pushed, the further on it goes. So the more you bring it to the table and talk about it and then continue to not do anything about it other than just bring it up for simply, I guess, fear-mongering or what the fuck, I don't know.
No, you imply that I'm doing nothing about what I just said. How can you make that determination?
What are you specifically doing to stop that? Are you not? You're just not paying taxes?
Not funding that and funding the operations in my community, my business, my family to grow it.
Yeah, like
That's
a
the
charter
answer.
Man, the other time,
Me, that's
Timmy
the
said,
answer.
Timmy, you're right. You're right on a lot of things, but let me clear a little bit for her. You're right for me, at least my opinion is, if you don't know, you're not going to hold liable. But here's another thing that you don't know sometimes, because the other day Timmy brought it up. He asked Mitchell that he can't send anything; it has to be sent through UPS or something has to be taxed. That's not true. I have people that I know, secret people that can send anything from here to anywhere in the nation, anywhere back home, and I don't have to exchange a single fucking dollar. $0.
We're not plugged into Al Qaeda.
No, see, again, you're presuming shit. It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with families that are everywhere, that connect with different things. They don't have to get taxed. If I give you a property back home, for example, you give me something here, there's no tax been done. That's the fact.
Okay.
Now, you guys don't have these resources. I understand and I respect that.
A family network is not a viable replacement for the post office.
I'm not saying it is.
No, but Timmy is suggesting that something like that is.
No, yeah, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying at times you may have to use that service if you have to. But really, people that work in a certain community don't go way out of their way to be involved with other countries if they're not, if they have any benefits over there for a reason. I won't.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Praise God.
Infamous, way too old for this mindset. Go ahead, Timmy.
I'm 33.
Bullshit.
See what I mean? I've already asked this before. Last time, not the last time, but previously when he was saying stupid shit.
Are you Mormon?
So now you're saying I'm lying about my age?
No,
he's not Mormon. He's just a retard. All right,
Ember. That you're dumb, not that you're lying.
Right.
I just don't understand.
I don't think he's dumb at all, but everybody has their opinion, I guess.
He's either dumb or he's immature.
I just don't understand how you're
why am I dumb?
I didn't say you were dumb.
Naive.
Again, this is my point. This is like what my
Timmy,
point
you're trying to
is,
Jack Talcott this panel, and it's not going to work, brother.
Shut up.
My point, that right there.
It's just not going to work. You're not bringing that Talcott vibe here.
Look, man, Flo, my point is I do mean good faith. Like, I'm going to even put the camera. I do really do. I come in good faith. I want to see people to invest in their life and their force, their life force,
like
and their
one
good
of them
faith.
trolls with the gem in their belly.
Moose, shut the fuck up, Moose. Don't interrupt me, you piece of garbage. Can't stand that guy. Thanks, Flo. I do come in good faith. I'm not trying to grandstand for me. I don't have a channel. I have nothing to gain from talking like this. And
ego.
To me, if we put our energy, life force, attention back into what we're doing, if we think it's good ethics and morals, I think this is the only and the best way to move forward.
Thank you for this free, totally free for this gratuit.
Hold on, and so, Voice, shut up. And so this is honestly how you think your time and energy is best spent to those ends.
Yeah.
Oh no, I work 10 hours a day. I have my own stuff going on.
I mean, right now, before you came in, you looked at this scenario and you go, you know what? You know what will help me reach this goal is to go in here and piss off a bunch of people who don't already like me.
I don't know that everybody doesn't.
He's totally.
These totally
empty goals that everybody would agree with. That even could be stated by the UN. I mean, you're actually quoting the fucking UN, dude. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So and one of the things I brought up was, why do you guys pay 30% of your property that you earn every year to the thing? And that's one thing. That's one out of 100 things.
An assumption. That's also a big assumption. I don't know why you assume that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be.
That's why I came in and I asked.
You are. By the way, dude, Timmy, your optics, dude.
I don't give a fuck about what my optics say, boy.
Look, and I want to be clear that OnlyFans is not a job, Timmy.
The optics.
You have the same message as your.
The optics directly impact your effectiveness. If you don't care about the optics, you don't care about your effectiveness. You don't care about the end goal.
That's not it, man. I have the energy and I'm bringing the conversation, and you guys won't like. You guys can't get past me being seemingly an asshole and a cunt. That was the poll was, am I a cunt? It wasn't, am I wrong and a piece of garbage and have malintent? That wasn't what the poll said. So again, just kick me out.
Nobody cares if you're right, if you're a cunt about it.
That's Talcott
I'm not saying that's correct. I'm saying that's what is. That's how people are. If you come with cunt energy, which you're swimming in, nobody gives a fuck about what you're saying after that.
That's Talcott 101, dude.
Amen.
You really believe that? You want to espouse
I know that. That's how the world works. That's how it is.
Okay.
Look around you.
I'm calling out. I'm calling out to the.
You know, even the guy in South Park named Timmy was in a wheelchair, and he was like,
"Yeah, man, I don't really care about your opinion." I'm
There
calling
is
out
nobody
the
who
people
doesn't think that way. You're a dumb piece of shit.
I'm a dumb piece of shit. Okay,
Yeah,
just
that's a
because
fact,
I come in
not
like this,
opinion.
why can't you meet
That's a
me
fact.
like and talk about the thing I'm discussing
So
instead
this
of
is
like
exactly-
attacking me?
Perfect
This is
example.
logical
You want me to
fallacy,
meet
like,
you somewhere.
one.
When you want to achieve something with somebody else, right? You're trying to influence other people's behavior, and you want them to meet you somewhere and change their behavior voluntarily. It's not a good sales tactic to get them to meet you there by pissing them off immediately, especially when you're already facing an uphill battle. I let you in, knowing that we've never had a good interaction, and you pretend like you're coming here with a fucking real claim. You're full of shit.
Bro,
you're not trying to be effective. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe it at all.
I'm another dude like any of the other people in the square, and I came up and I thought the conversation was about nonsense, the same shit that people have been talking about these fucking panels forever. And
definitely
doesn't
matter. It doesn't matter to you if it was. You have no impact or no say in what we talk about. I promise you that the minute that we're done, I'm gonna spend every last minute on this stream talking bullshit about other panels because of you. This is in action. In action, I'm proving my point about what happens when you swim in cunt energy.
And then I'm going to make a bunch of shorts about it.
And so,
That's
see how far this is just
totally
spreading the
being a
bullshit? Absolutely being cunt
I
backfires on what you're trying to do.
I don't care what your opinion is, man.
Why can't you just meet me there? Why the fuck would anybody meet you where you want to meet, bro?
Because if I'm saying something that's true, you shouldn't care about how the message is
Shrek,
delivered.
how do you feel about this?
I'm telling you something that's true about cunt energy, and you're rejecting it because you're a cunt. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Good talks with Timmy. Who should we talk about now? Since obviously we have to talk about somebody. We were on OTW. We could talk about Paul.
Who is fucking
Well, I mean,
Paul?
we should circle back to OTW's failure. I mean,
Let's circle back to
he's supposed to
OTW.
be
Then I'll
live.
play. All right, you do OTW. Since not everybody knows who Paul is, I'll pull up a little clip so that people can meet Paul.
I want to know. I want to talk about I want to talk about Amber.
To Tim, I think that we talked about Tim